Did you know that some of the most common foods could be causing cancer? This might come as a shock, but recent studies suggest that even the foods we consume daily can potentially trigger this deadly disease. Yes, you heard it right. The enemy might be lurking in your kitchen right now. Let's delve deeper into this matter. We all know the saying, "You are what you eat." Well, it seems this phrase holds more truth than we ever imagined. Certain foods, while delicious and often popular, have been linked to cancer. The culprits range from the seemingly harmless refined sugar to our beloved red meat, and even some fruits and vegetables. Refined sugar, for instance, is often dubbed as a sweet poison. Void of any nutritional value, it not only deprives the body of essential vitamins and nutrients, but also fuels the growth of cancer cells. Quite ironic, isn't it? Something that tastes so sweet can lead to such bitter consequences. And how about soda pop? That refreshing fizz is packed with sugars, colors, and chemicals that add acid to the body, encouraging the growth of cancer cells. Some studies have even linked certain types of sugar used in sodas, such as fructose, to pancreatic cancer. Then we have processed and red meats. Despite being a staple in many diets, these meats are loaded with additives and chemicals. These substances are used to preserve shelf life and enhance flavor, but at what cost? After reviewing hundreds of studies, the World Health Organization has classified processed meats as carcinogens. Even foods that we often consider healthy, like fruits and popcorn, can pose risks. The pesticides used on fruits and the chemicals lining microwavable popcorn bags have been linked to various forms of cancer. The list goes on, including potato chips, French fries, and even farmed salmon. Each of these foods has its own tale of hidden danger, a tale that we will unravel in the coming scenes. Stay tuned as we uncover the potentially cancer-causing foods that might be in your kitchen right now. First on our list is refined sugar. Now, who doesn't love a sweet treat? But did you know that refined sugar is often dubbed as a sweet poison? And here's why. Refined sugar is stripped of all its nutritional value during its processing. It's like an empty calorie, providing no vitamins or nutrients to our body. But that's not all. To digest this sugar, our body has to use its own store of vitamins and nutrients, leaving us deprived. Now here's the kicker. Studies have found that cancer cells thrive on sugar. They use it to grow and multiply, so every spoonful of sugar you consume could potentially be feeding these harmful cells. This makes sugar a silent yet deadly accomplice in the growth of cancer. So the next time you reach for that sweet treat, remember it might be not so sweet after all. Next up, soda pop, a favorite among many. This bubbly beverage, however, hides a darker truth. It's packed with sugars, colors, and chemicals that add acidity to our bodies, providing an environment where cancer cells can thrive. One such chemical is fructose, a type of sugar frequently used in sodas. Some studies link fructose to pancreatic cancer, raising questions about its safety. Another red flag is a chemical called 4-methylamidazole, or 4-MeI for short. This is what gives colas and other soft drinks their enticing brown hue. But this aesthetic appeal comes with a cost. 4-MeI has been studied as a potential carcinogen, meaning it could contribute to the development of cancer. So, while that can of soda might quench your thirst, it could also be feeding harmful cells in your body. This should make us rethink our refreshing beverage choices. Let's turn our attention to processed and red meats. It's a fact that many of us relish the taste of bacon, ham, sausages, and a good steak. But did you know that these delectable items might be hiding a dangerous secret? According to the World Health Organization, after reviewing a staggering 800 studies, there's a strong correlation between the consumption of processed meats and the onset of cancer. It seems that the additives and chemicals used to extend shelf life and enhance flavor might be doing us more harm than good. Imagine this. Eating just 4 slices of bacon a day can increase the risk of developing colorectal cancer by a staggering 18%. And it's not just bacon. Other processed meats such as sausages, ham, turkey sausage, and hot dogs are also in the spotlight. But it doesn't stop there. Red meat is another potential offender. The World Health Organization classifies it as a probable carcinogen. They suggest that a diet heavy in red meat can be linked to colorectal, prostate, and pancreatic cancers. It's a sobering thought, especially for those of us who enjoy a juicy steak or a hearty hamburger. Now let's be clear, the occasional indulgence in these meats is unlikely to cause undue harm. The danger comes from regular, heavy consumption. It's about balance and moderation. But if these foods are a daily part of your diet, it might be time to rethink your choices. And it's not just about eliminating these foods from our diets, it's about replacing them with healthier alternatives. Leaner meats, fish, and plant-based proteins can all be part of a balanced diet that doesn't compromise on taste. It seems a daily dose of these meats might be a recipe for disaster. The evidence is compelling, and it's clear that we need to pay more attention to what we're putting into our bodies. After all, our health is our wealth, and it's worth protecting. Moving on to snacks and fruits, specifically microwave popcorn and dirty fruits, let's pop the lid off the truth about microwave popcorn first. A beloved movie night companion, popcorn is generally considered a healthy snack, boasting nutrients like potassium, iron, and fiber. However, the devil is in the details, or in this case, the packaging. The chemical lining of the microwavable bag decomposes under heat, forming a compound with known links to liver and pancreatic cancer. Furthermore, a flavoring chemical can trigger a condition known as bronchiolitis obliterans, also ominously referred to as popcorn lung. A helpful tip? Let the bag cool before opening it, reducing the risk of inhaling these harmful fumes. Turning our attention to fruits now, it's a bitter truth that they too can harbor hidden dangers. While they're a vital part of a balanced diet, the way they're grown can significantly impact their safety. Many fruits are treated with a cocktail of pesticides in the fields. Some of these pesticides have connections to cancer. According to the Environmental Working Group's Shoppers Guide to Pesticides in Produce, apples, peaches, grapes, and strawberries contain the highest concentrations of pesticides, earning them a spot on the notorious Dirty Dozen list. So what's the takeaway here? Well, it's not to avoid these foods entirely. After all, fruits are packed with essential vitamins and minerals, and popcorn can be a relatively low-calorie snack option. Instead, it's about making informed choices. Opt for organic fruits when possible and wash them thoroughly before consumption. As for popcorn, consider air-popping kernels at home, which allows you to control the ingredients and avoid harmful chemicals. These findings might make us think twice about our snack choices. But remember, knowledge is power. The more we know about what goes into our food, the better decisions we can make for our health. Stay tuned as we continue to peel back the layers on the foods we eat every day. Potato chips and French fries, who doesn't love them? These popular snacks, though delicious, come with a hidden risk. They contain a chemical known as acrylamide. This substance forms when potatoes are cooked at high temperatures, such as during frying or baking. Acrylamide is not just found in our food, but also in industrial processes like papermaking and plastics, and even in cigarette smoke. The International Agency for Research on Cancer and the National Toxicology Program have classified acrylamide as a probable human carcinogen. When we consume foods rich in acrylamide, we might be unknowingly increasing our risk of developing cancer. It's a startling revelation, isn't it? The potato chip or French fry you're munching on could be more than just a tasty treat. It could be a ticket to a health problem you'd rather not face. Looks like it's time to rethink our favorite crunchy snacks. Lastly, let's dive into the issue of farmed salmon. It might surprise you to know that not all salmon is created equal. Farmed salmon, a staple in many diets because of its affordability and accessibility, carries a hidden risk. The overcrowding in fish farms can lead to significant health problems for the fish, and this can indirectly affect us, the consumers. From the use of antibiotics to control disease outbreaks to the presence of parasites that can jump to humans, the health risks are considerable. But perhaps the most fishy truth about farmed salmon is the use of color additives. You see, wild salmon get their vibrant pink hue naturally from the krill and shrimp they eat. Farmed salmon, on the other hand, are fed a diet that includes synthetic astaxanthin to mimic this color. This artificial coloring has been linked to several health issues, including eye damage and immune system problems. Next time you shop for salmon, remember wild might be the healthier choice. Now that we've uncovered these potentially harmful foods, what's next? It's time for a wake-up call. We've been dining on danger, but it's never too late to make changes. Let's start by rethinking our diets and our food choices. Consider swapping out refined sugars for natural sweeteners like honey or stevia. Opt for fresh fruits and vegetables over processed snacks. And remember, the way we prepare our food is just as important. Baking, steaming, or grilling can be healthier alternatives to frying. As for meat, moderation is key. Try incorporating more plant-based proteins into your meals. And when it comes to fish, wild-caught varieties are typically healthier than their farmed counterparts. It's not just about what we eat, but also how we eat. Taking time to enjoy our meals, chewing thoroughly, and listening to our body's hunger and fullness cues can contribute to healthier eating habits. But our wake-up call shouldn't stop at our own plates. It's time to spread the word about these potentially harmful foods. Share your knowledge with your friends, your family, and your community. Encourage your loved ones to make healthier choices and to question what they put into their bodies. Remember, eating healthy isn't about deprivation, but about making better choices. It's about nourishing our bodies with food that fuels us, not harms us. And while it might take some time to break old habits and form new ones, every small change counts. In our journey towards healthier eating, it's important to remember that everyone's body is different. What works for one person might not work for another. So, listen to your body, consult with a healthcare professional, and find a balance that works for you. And most importantly, let's not let fear dictate our food choices. Instead, let's use this knowledge to empower ourselves and make more informed decisions. After all, our health is our wealth. Remember, knowledge is power. Share this video with your loved ones and let's make healthier choices together.